Hello, Paul?
Yeah,
How's it going?
good. I'm trying to put the volume up on this. I just got this fucking phone last week. I still don't know what the hell I'm doing with it.
Okay, new phone?
Yeah, brand new. Well, I traded in my old one, which wasn't that old. I guess it was. I don't fucking know. I traded it on the fucking with the AT&T, and it got $700 off. I got the what is this thing? Huge, whatever the fuck it is. 14 Pro Max. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this thing.
They make phones fucking bigger than anything now.
They're huge, and it's all about the camera, and I always forget to take pictures. The only thing I ever take pictures of is like 2 bottles of bourbon that I get, and the dog every now and then. You know, and that's about it. I just did 5 weeks in Europe. I took maybe 4 pictures.
You still have a bulldog?
Nah, he passed away some time ago, over 10 years ago. Nah, we adopted me and my wife to be there. We adopted about a little over a year ago. He's a mutant. He's half basset hound, half pit bull.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so he's got kind of like a pit bull body, kind of, but he's got these short, stubby legs and this big old pit bull head.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's like having an insane midget wrestler right around your house all day.
That's cool. All right, well, this is another Suburban Rebels broadcast with the legendary Paul Bearer of Sheer Terror and Joe Coffey. So what was it like growing up for you in New York City?
Yeah, it was all right. I mean, you know, I was born and raised in Staten Island, New York. Right by the projects where the Wu-Tang guys were in Stapleton. And I didn't know them back then or nothing like that. But a lot of those guys, they were in Stapleton and whatnot. The projects, and I went to school right down the block for projects and Immaculate Conception and whatnot. And it was, you know, your average working class, you know, family, whatever. You know, I had my mother, my father, my brother, my sister. Lived across the street from the courthouse on G Street. And, you know, I went to school, did my bit, and moved around a bit when I was a kid. We were in Staten Island. We lived in Rhode Island for a year. My father got a job with General Dynamics. And we were up there for a year. Then we went to Yankees. I guess my formative years, like you can call them, I guess, from like 5th grade to like 11th or whatever it was. And that's when I got the whole punk rock thing and all that shit. And yeah, I mean, it was good. It was good. I enjoyed it. I mean, you know, especially when I got into the punk rock thing when I was a kid. I mean, I was like 13 years old, taking a train into the city and shit like that. So, you know, it was fun. You know, just going in, not really knowing where I was going, and just finding places. You know, so finding the record shops, finding clubs and whatnot. And it was fun. It was fun. I mean, I guess it was dangerous, but, you know, for the most part, nobody really fucked with you. You know what I mean? If you went looking for trouble, sure. But, I mean, I was fucking, you know, young fucking bald-headed kid with boots and a chain belt. You know, now he did that. But that wasn't exactly loved, but I oppose no threat to anybody, you know?
Mm-hmm. What year was that?
Had to be from like 81 to about early 80s. I think we left there. I started going to the city by 1981, early 81. I started going in, and then then we left Yankees. We went back to Staten Island in 84, I think, 85. When we went back, well, we moved out there with like 79. Yankees, I think it was. Something like that. And then we went back to Staten Island, and by then I was, you know, already lost. I was already in the city constantly doing shit that, you know, 16, 17-year-old kids shouldn't be doing, but, you know, having a good time doing it at the same time. Yeah, it was fun. New York was another world back then. I'd say it's dead now. I feel sorry for the kids now, but I kind of do, but I don't, because then I see what a bunch of jerkos they are, and then I'm glad they don't get that the fun that I did.
Yeah.
So,
Well, your first records?
Well, first records, but I mean, when I was really young, I mean, shit, you know, I'd sneak in, listen to my brother's records, whatnot, the Black Sabbath, Alice Cooper, Mott the Hoople, stuff like that, David Bowie. I sneak in, listen to that. And then when I was really little, really young, I of course got the Kiss. And Alice Cooper, who I still love. Cheap Trick, I got into. Was this so cool? But like, I was really big into Kiss. But then when the punk rock thing happened, and Sid Vicious killed his girlfriend, and I stole the tape from the library, and I started listening to that. Kiss just didn't stand a fucking chance. It was like goodbye, goodbye to that shit. So that by then, you know, I was like really getting Pistols, Stranglers, still one of my favorite bands. And shit like that, and just like, you know, from going finding the records in the stores or whatnot, and I had this I had to rebuy it because I fucking lost my copy. I got a picture discovered. I got the vinyl version of it. What the hell's the name of this fucking record? Cool Wave or some shit like that. It's on my, I can't fucking see the name of it now. It's a compilation, I think. Epic? Nah, I think what labels? What labels? CBS? Whatever label the Stranglers were on. And there was a compilation, and on the cover it's like leopard print, and it's got this punk rock looking guy, and he's got sunglasses and a cigarette and a skinny tie, and he's riding an ironing board on the cover. And, you know, so. But that thing, and they had the Stranglers song, Bring On the Nubiles. And the chorus of that, with the over chorus or whatever the hell it would be. Just like him going, let me fuck you, let me fuck you, over and over again. And I just remember listening to that, and my mother coming barging through the door of my room going, what the hell are you listening to? So I got to do all that shit and whatnot, and just whatever else was coming around, you know what I mean? The Clash and everything like that. So they had Bonds, Plasmatics, The Pier, you know, whatever I could sneak out and get to, I went to, and then records, you know, when I had the money, I'd buy them, or I'd try to steal them from the library if the library would have them sometimes.
I stole something from a library once too. Fuck.
I stole so much shit from the library. Forget about it. Records, tapes, books. You know, like, you know, this is great. Just walk in and walk out with it. This is too easy.
Yeah. I probably still owe some shit to the library. Oh man. Well, how did you become a skinhead?
It just I guess that had to be around 80. That was 82. I just started listening to more. I mean, I love the Cockney Rejects. One of the first bands I started listening to, and that's like the oi genre, or whatever you want to call it, the sing-along stuff, really. And the Upstarts. But the Rejects, I really fucking adored them. And I just, you know, started listening to more of that. So the oi compilations were coming out. The first, like, two came out, or three came out around that year, or like 81, 82, or whatever the hell it was. And I just started listening to more of that. It was like I liked the punk rock and I liked the hardcore stuff, but then I started listening to more, like, you know, I had an affinity for the English punk shit. You still do to this day. And I got into it, and I was like, you know what, fuck this. And I shaved my head. I took it all off, because I had spiked hair when I was like really, really young, like 13 years old. And then I crew cut for like a year or two, or whatever the hell it was. And then I just shaved my head one day, and I was like, fuck it. And I liked the look, and it was simpler. It was a little simpler, a little cleaner, and you know, that was it really. I liked it, and I liked the music. I didn't like anybody. I didn't like people. I didn't really have too many friends that were into any of that shit. That's what that's cool. You know. So yeah, I shaved my head, and I liked the music, and you know, I was a kid, and I as much as fucking, you know, I got shit from whatever, my quote unquote peers or even their parents, for Christ's sakes, if they fucking throw shit at me or whatever. And as much as they hated me, I hated them right back. And then I realized, you know what? I really like being hated. It's fucking fun.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I would say you're the godfather of hatecore.
Nah. I don't like that term. We play hardcore punk rock. Hatecore, that's a ridiculous term.
Yeah. What music did you grow up like? You said a few bands, but what inspired you to sing?
I just always, when I was a kid, just always sang along the songs and stuff like that. And I tried, I took drum lessons when I was like, in like sixth grade, whatever the hell it was. And I just don't fuck around with the drums. I wouldn't say that I could play them, but I could fuck around with them. And I thought about taking up the bass. I even thought about taking up the saxophone at one point in time, which I wish I would have, but I didn't. And I just said, fuck it. And I wanted to play music, and I wanted to play in a band, but I couldn't play an instrument for shit. So I was like, fuck it, I'll sing. I always had an knack for like lyrics and songs and stuff like that, even when I was little. So I just said, fuck it. And I just said, I put an ad in the Aquarian. It was a free music paper back in the day.
Oh yeah, I wrote for them once.
Yeah, and I was like 13 years old, and I put an ad. Singer looking for hardcore punk band to sing for, and that's how I got in my first band by my buddy Josh answering the ad, and of course he was a few years older than me. But I was 13. I stuck the ad out, and boom, that's how it all started.
Was that because there was an Aquarian in New Jersey? Was that the one, or was that
Same one.
Yeah. And Fathead Suburbia was your first band?
First band was actually Social Security, but we never played live. That was a band that already existed, but I think they may have done like one or two shows, but nothing like that anybody would know. And they were like these like suburban kids from like kids. Well, they were kids. They were older than me. They lived up in New Rochelle, and that was my buddy Josh who called me, and who's still he's my oldest friend to this day. And I went and we practiced a couple of times. We never did nothing. Never played out. And then he had another band, which turned into Fathead Suburbia. At the time, didn't even really have a name, and had this other guy George singing. And they had two like blue-eyed jazz guys on bass and drums, and they were great. John Tucky on bass and Gene Calderazzo on drums. And they were just cool. They were more of like what I was trying to do, like we're getting into, like more like the faster. So Security was more like a punk kind of thing. They were hard, whereas the Fathead thing was more faster, like early hardcore shit or whatever. But they would do like these weird jazz breaks and shit like that. And he just asked to want to come along there to sing with George. George was the lead singer, and I would like sing the choruses with him, or we would bounce shit off. They taught me timing. That's what they taught me when I was a kid. These guys, these jazz heads, they taught me timing and improvisation type shit or whatever. And I mean, that's what I figured out. That's what it was some years later. But when I was a kid, I was just having fun. And that was 82. We only played two shows, one at 87 and one at 2+2.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And what was the early New York hardcore scene like?
It was, it was good. It was cool, I guess. I mean, I didn't really like anybody. I was pretty antisocial. I had really bad skin. I didn't like having my picture taken. because of such. So there's really not a lot of pictures of me from back in the day like that because I just did not. I had a really bad skin. I didn't like the picture taken, and I really didn't talk to a lot of people. I was at a lot of shows and shit like that, and like 81 on and shit like that. And, you know, I remember all the people, so, you know, the guys who are still around today. I remember them, and like they remember me as the quiet guy who never talked to nobody. and yeah, and it was all right. I mean, there was a lot of talent around. I mean, you know, when people started, not everybody lived in the city. Most people they came from Queens, Brooklyn, whatever. And I was coming from Westchester at the time, and I would take the 4 train into the city. And so it was cool, but it was like, you know, there was a lot of that, like, well, you know, unless you're hanging out like every fucking day and night, like down the Avenue Way or St. Mark's Place, then, you know, you're not cool. There was a little bit of an attitude going on around back then, like, you know, a little cliquish type of thing. But I didn't give a flying fuck. I went to shows and I saw the bands I wanted to see, and, you know, just didn't talk to nobody. Really, I was very antisocial. And, you know, yeah, didn't really like a lot of people. And I was fine with that.
Yeah. Did you start hanging out with, like, Agnostic Front later on? Or?
Later on, I mean, I knew those guys, like, peripherally and, like, you know, hello, like, you know, seeing each other around and whatnot. But, like, I never really hung out with them until probably, like, 84, 85. Really, like, you know, started to get, like, friendly with them. And before that, like, yeah, it was more like peripheral. Like, you know, I'd seen them around. Of course, I'd seen them play, and they'd seen me around. It was like, you know, like a familiarity type of thing or whatever. And that's the funny story. Had to be like around like 1976, maybe. I don't know. I don't remember the date. And it was what do you call it? It was somehow, I think it was like Labor Day or some shit. And up the block, my Aunt Mary and Uncle Vinny had a house up the block from us. And they were having a backyard barbecue at a party, and they had a couple of bands played. And I just remember the first band that they played, it was still daytime out. They were called Future Shock, and they were like a cover band. You know? Yeah. And I remember they did I remember vividly them playing Suburban City.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I remember that vividly. That was the first band I'd ever seen live. It was in my Aunt Mary and Uncle Vinny's backyard, but still, it was a band playing, and there was people there, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you go, okay, now you fast forward to about, I don't know, 6, 7 years ago, whenever the hell it was, I don't remember exactly. And I'm reading this thing with Vinny Stigma there. And he's talking about when he was a kid, a teenager, first band he was in, and he says Future Shock. And I was like, wait a minute, Future Shock? And I'm thinking, and I call him. I'm like, listen, did you ever play a party? He said, no. He's like, possibly, I don't know. I don't remember. That was a long time ago. I was like, okay, did your singer have like shaggy, kind of like black, like but dark, like Rod Stewart type hair and a big nose? And he's like, yeah, the Jew. And then did you guys do Suburban City? He's like, I hated that song. Vinny was in the first band that I ever saw live.
Oh, wow.
my Uncle Vinny and Aunt Mary's backyard.
Yeah, crazy. Wow. That's a good one. I never heard that story.
Yeah, it was crazy. I think about it now. Then he showed me, there's a picture floating around of them. Some pictures of, and I look at the picture, I'm like, that's a fucking band. And I remember Vinny. I remember Vinny looking like that with the hair and the mustache and shit.
Oh. That's wild. Wow. Yeah. And I know Sheer Terror, the first show you guys played was with the Psychos, right?
Yeah.
Billy Psycho?
Yeah, Billy. You know, Billy and Stu. Whatnot. Big Rob sang at we were singing that show, and Milano was on bass. I'm like, and I knew those guys peripherally and whatnot, but as well, like before that. And I had dated Billy's, before that, very briefly, I dated Billy's girlfriend's sister. When she had these two sisters, these twins, these two skinhead girls. Michelle and Camille, and I dated Camille briefly before the band started.
Mm-hmm.
And so I knew Billy from then. Well, actually, no. That's another fucking story. Okay, fast forward, 1986, or whatever the hell year it was. Me and Billy are hanging out at this garage that me and Roger lived in briefly in Staten Island, right? With with a bunch of pit bulls. And Billy sometimes, before I moved in to the garage, Billy would come and he would take care of the dogs for my friends who owned them, like when they were at work or whatever. So I would go down, I'd meet Billy there, we'd get a 6-pack of beer, and we'd watch Thundercats and drink the beer and then take care of the dogs. So we start talking, and he's saying like when he was a kid, like he was fucked up at home and shit, and he had to go live in a group home for a while. He's like, yeah, the group home. I was like, really? He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, the group home right next to Immaculate Conception on G Street. And I'm looking at Billy, and all of a sudden, it's like, shoom, he's a little kid. And I was like, you were that fucking kid in the window that used to scream at everybody and get scared all the other kids that lived in the neighborhood. He's like, yeah, that was me. I was like, oh, my God, I remember you.
Wow. Small world.
Yeah.
That's
So,
fun.
yeah, we played with the Psychos. Blake was really good friends with Stu,
Yeah.
guitarist. So.
And what about Frenchie the Skin?
Frenchie was a good guy. He was a nice guy. He really was. He always was. And it just seems when his girlfriend left, this is how I saw it anyway. He went out on tour with Agnostic Front on their first tour, and he was like roadieing for them. And when they were going across America, and he had this girlfriend, I forget her fucking name. And he was in love with her, the whole bit, blah, blah, blah. And he was missing her and shit like that. And there was this other jerk off living in New York at the time from San Francisco, Bags.
Oh,
And yeah, and I guess Bags fucked her. She cheated on him with Bags, and he found out or whatever. He came home and all that. And ever since then, he just was never the same.
Yeah.
He was never the same. He started drinking heavy or whatever, and then he disappeared. I'd seen him for a while, and next time I saw him, he was homeless and shit. I was like, what the hell? Like that really fucked him up.
Yeah.
That really fucked him up.
I saw Bags maybe like 7 years ago out here.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. We drove him, me and my buddy Josh from Fathead. I was out in San Francisco in '85 hanging out doing stupid shit. We drove Bags back to New York. Well, the three of us drove cross country 3 days in a fucking yellow Plymouth Arrow.
Wow.
Yeah, 3 guys, a bass guitar, and a cat.
Oh, that's funny, man. And what about, did you guys play with Warzone a lot?
Nah, not at all. Maybe a couple of times.
Oh, a couple times.
Like maybe 4 or 5 times tops.
Oh, okay.
Tops. Yeah, we didn't, like, we never, I mean, we would play with whoever. I mean, whenever we would get shows and stuff. But, like, like AF, I could count on one hand how many times we played with them, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't really play a lot with, like, a lot of these bands. Like, I knew them and stuff like that, but I never asked anybody for shows. I was never that guy. Like, hey, hook us up, hey, do that. Like, I never wanted to be that guy. I mean, if you asked me to play a show and it's a decent show, yeah, okay, cool, thanks, I appreciate it. But I ain't gonna be up your ass about it.
Right.
And I'm still not that. I'm still not like that.
Yeah.
So we never played a lot with all those bands back in the day. I hate that term, but we never really did. It wasn't until years later. Now everybody's everybody's friends.
Yeah.
It's like, I guess we're gonna die in a couple of years. Let's all be friends. That's what it feels like anyway.
Yeah. Did you take the band name from that Government Issue song?
No.
Okay.
Blake heard somebody say it on the news or in some movie,
Oh, okay.
That's where it came from. He came into practice. We'd already practiced like 2 or 3 times. I don't remember. I tried out for him, and then I think we practiced like twice after like that. And then he came with these homemade stickers. He's like, "Sheer Terror, you like that? I like that for her name." And he's like, "I heard somebody say it on the TV." I was like, "All right, well, I guess." I was like, "All right, that's the name, I guess." And that's what we got stuck with.
Oh, yeah. Well, was Sheer Terror the first like crossover band, you think, with like metal riffs and shit?
I hope not, because we didn't really start off like that. We were just a hardcore punk band. But then Blake was all into like, I mean, there was always the Sabbath influence, but that was always in New York.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, we grew up in New York, and whether you're in the hardcore or not, you grew up with Black Sabbath. I mean, you did. I mean, you hear that on that fucking the abuse of it. Jesus Christ, you know.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, you know, everybody loved Sabbath because it was heavy, it was hard, you know. Mm-hmm. The slow things, those were skank parts, those were mosh parts, the slow Sabbath shit.
Yeah.
So that was always there. That was always there in New York. But then Blake, like, he started getting more into like, you know, like Celtic Frost and shit, which I like, you know. I still don't know the record by them. No reason. I just never bought them because they always were listening to them, so I didn't have to buy them. So like, you know, and he liked all of that stuff, and I never really saw it as crossover or anything like that because I was never a metal guy at all. You know, I'm very picky with whatever you want to consider metal. I'm very picky, like, about what I like and what I listen to. You know, I didn't like any of that thrash metal shit at all. Did nothing for me. And, you know, I like some of the new wave of British heavy metal stuff because it's more like rock and roll type shit. Mm-hmm. Some of that stuff I dig. You know, if it's more like rock and roll than just whatever, screaming, yelling shit, you know, or whatever. I like stuff like that, you know. Yeah. But metal. I was never a metal guy. I was never a metalhead at all. Yeah. You know? Right. So I never considered this crossover. But that's what people said we were, and I was whatever makes it easier for them to shut up.
I mean, there's also Chromax too, but I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Chromax doing that stuff and everything like that. And, you know, I mean, it was there. Like I said, the Sabbath shit was always there, like that, you know. And it wasn't until, like, all of a sudden it started being called crossover, and these bands, they started playing with metal bands, or they started the metalheads started coming to hardcore shows. That these bands all of a sudden decided to grow their hair and start playing metal, basically. Yeah. And that always bothered me because it was like, you know, when we all started out, a lot of the shit. Okay, we weren't the most, you know, proficient musicians, but we did what we could, you know. And, you know, and we played what we played. And then as you get older and you start playing out more and so, you know, you start learning your chops. Yeah, you get better at your craft there, at your instruments and whatnot. So why does the next logical level have to be to play heavy metal? Why couldn't it have been play better hardcore?
Right. Yeah. And the metalheads, didn't they used to get jumped at hardcore shows at first?
Some of them did. It would happen here and there. You know, it didn't happen a lot. But it did happen. I'm not saying it didn't. I'm not saying I didn't do anything stupid because Lord knows I did. But, you know, it did happen, but not as much as a lot of people would lead you to believe. Yeah. You know, I mean, like I said, at Lemore's, some shit would go down here and there, but the only time I really went there is when I played there. I think I went there 2-3 times maybe without that I didn't play, and I always hated that fucking place. Yeah.
Is that the place where you like bit somebody, I heard?
Yeah, some guy's eyebrow, yeah. Things happen.
Yeah. What inspires you to like write like rageful lyrics?
It's life in general, really. Just whatever I'm going through or whatever I see is going on around me. I don't know if you want to say it. It's inspiration. inspiration or desperation or disgust, disappointment. You know, if something's bothering me or I just got a good line in my head, and I'll fuck with it and I'll run with it, and either I'll base it off of something, you know, that I've been dealing with, or something that I've heard somebody else deal with, or I'll just fucking make shit up. And you know, it really depends on the song and depends on how I'm feeling, and I drive myself up a fucking wall with the lyrics because I rewrites and this and that, and everything's got to be fucking perfect, and then I pull these fucking words out of a fucking hat. I mean, you know, I swear to Christ, I do not use a fucking thesaurus. But sometimes I have to look up I'm like, is that really a word? And then I have to look it up myself. I'm like, oh no, it is a word. All right.
That's funny.
And it's like, yeah, I drive myself crazy with the fucking shit. And then when I, you know, I guess lately in the past like year or two or whatever, I've been fucking kind of dry lyrically or whatnot. And it's certainly not that I don't have any inspiration or I'm not disgusted by shit going on, but it's just, I don't know, it's because I'm getting older, and it's like, you know, as much as the whole political climate in this country is disgusting me or making me angry, I'm just disappointed, and it's like sometimes I just don't want to waste my fucking time with these people. Why should I write a song about people who I don't like?
Yeah.
Why should I bother? I mean, it's not going to change their mind, and it's not going to change anybody's fucking mind. And it's like, you know, I'm like, why even fucking bother? It's like, I was always the guy. I was always of the, you know, love my country, hate my government. It was always like of that.
Right.
Love my country, hate my government. But now it's love my country as in my country, as in what I surround myself with, and my people, and my tribe, my clan, my family, my friends, my world. And if I meet new people and they're cool, then that's a pleasant surprise. But as in the country as it stands, my fellow countrymen, they're just making me sick lately.
Yeah, I feel that.
It's just whatever. I mean, it's, you know, I mean, people can believe what they want and do what they want and all that shit. All I ever ask is don't be a dick about it. But that's that's a lot to fucking ask these days, because that's all they want to be, is dicks about it, whether it be left, right, center, whatever. And it's like now the whole fucking Trump thing, that just makes me fucking nauseous.
True. What inspired Here Today?
I don't know. Honestly, that's just whatever. It was a song, and those are the lyrics that popped into my head. Like I said, sometimes it's just like I'll get a line that pops into my head, and I'll run with it. Yeah. And you know, and whether I'm just, you know, I guess that one I don't really know, honestly. It's probably that song, because I mean I know I wrote it, but I don't remember it. That's you know, but you know, I wasn't like aiming for or gunning for an intro type song. That's just the way it came out.
Right. How about Just Can't Hate Enough?
That's just self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Just all the shit that was going on around me in the scene and stuff like that, and with people wrapping themselves in a flag and jumping in the river type shit. And I was like, you know what? Fuck you guys. I don't have a, you know, I try to work on, I try to be patient, but it takes too long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've been working on that for a long time. I'm getting a little better. But
I get it. I'm impatient, man.
I'm getting a little better, but then if it gets to a point where like, all right, you know what, this ain't going nowhere, I either got to walk away or I got to do something stupid. And not for nothing, I'm too pretty for jail.
Yeah. How about the song "Drunk, Divorced, and Downhill Fast"?
That was pretty much based upon an old friend of mine and a relationship that he was in with this an abusive relationship to two alcoholics.
Yeah.
He based it all for them.
I think a lot of people can relate to that one.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah. Well, what about how about how everything's PC now? What do you think about how you can't say stuff in songs anymore?
Well, you know what? It gets annoying to an extent, and I get it. I understand it. You get annoyed, but you know what? At the end of it, okay, with the whole woke thing, and everybody, oh, woke this, fuck, woke is this. Woke just means being aware. That's all it means. It doesn't mean that you're aware. You're aware of other people. You're aware of what other people, that they may not agree with you. They may not dress like you. They may not look like you. They may not believe what you believe. And you don't have to like them. You don't have to agree with them. Just whatever. You know they're there, and just don't be a dick. Because chances are, no matter what anybody else's beliefs are, or what about, or what they want to consider themselves, man, woman, toaster oven, whatever. It doesn't affect your life in any fucking way, shape, or form. Yeah. It really doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. Some people are like, oh, this is wrong. This is America. No, you know what? That is America. Okay. You don't have to like it, but you know what? It's really not affecting your world. It's not. I mean, I understand. Yeah, it can get annoying sometimes with the whole pronoun thing and then this and then that. I'm like, yeah, okay, I can see you get a little taxing and you get a little tired of it. And it's like, but the way I look at it, it's like, just tell me your fucking name and what you want me to call you. I don't care what you think you are, what you want to believe you are. Good for you. Whatever makes you happy. What's your fucking name?
Yeah.
I really don't give a shit. I'm not sleeping with you. You're not coming to my house. I don't care. Maybe we'll be friends. Who the hell knows? But just tell me your fucking name and we'll take it from there.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I got gay friends for fucking years. You know what I mean? And I don't. It's whatever. I don't care. I don't care. But then if you want to tell me that I'm wrong because I'm not following your direction, it's like, you know what? Now we're going too far because I'm not giving you direction. I just want to know what's going to make this trip go a little easier.
Yeah.
Okay? Just let me know what's going to make this trip go a little smoother, and we'll try to get along. But don't give me direction. Don't tell me I'm just whatever. I mean, if I'm being a jerk and I'm being blatantly offensive, well then by all means, yeah, I know what I am. You know what I mean? And some people, I'm sorry, some people fucking deserve that. Especially if they, like I said, if they're gonna be a jerk about it, I can be a fucking major jerk. I'd rather not, but
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. What about like your favorite club to play? What was your favorite club playing in New York?
I guess you know what? I don't really know. I mean, New York. I mean, I guess you say CB's. Just I played it countless amounts of fucking times. But it's like I kind of don't like playing New York because I know too many people, and everybody's up your ass and bothering you. And it's like, just leave me alone. You know what I mean? There's nowhere to hide. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but it's like, yeah. I mean, I guess CB's was great because it was comfortable, and like I've been going there for years, and we played there so many fucking times, and it was like when it was a packed house, it was cool. It was great, but it was also very comfortable because, like, this is home. I've been here many times. I brought all these people here. Wow, that's fucking cool. But yeah, but like I said, but then now I know half these fucking people, and they're gonna bother me all goddamn night long. Gee,
Yeah. I mean, I miss CBGB's. I was going there in the '90s, but I'm sure you miss it too.
Yeah, I mean, there was a place to go, and there was a place to see bands and stuff like that, but they fucked themselves. Honestly, is what happened. I mean, they could blame the city and the landlords and this, that, and everything until the fucking cows come home. The bottom line is they dropped the fucking ball. They never tried to fucking get the place what's that trademark? Landmarked.
Oh, yeah.
And the booking policy was shit. Because you had, if they would have just had some young buck promoter in there to bring in bands that wanted to play there, whether they were rock and roll, punk, whatever. I mean, I forget the name of some big country guy played there in the 90s or whatever, or maybe even 2000s. I forget who it was. Like a modern country guy, because he wanted to play there.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, if you could have just packed it out 4 nights a week, easily, with fucking people that are going to bring shit in. You know what I mean? Bring your crowd in and pay your fucking rent. And the other 3 nights you could have Shitloaf play. You could have Shitloaf and the Jerk-Offs and whatever else and whatever crap, you know, they're not going to bring nothing and do your bit or whatever and not care. But if they would have had a young buck promoter in there, they would have packed it out 4 nights a week. They would have, I don't know if they'd still be open today, who knows? But they at least could have paid their fucking rent and went out with a real bang rather than a whimper.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And what about sheer terror shows? Do you think most of the violence was mostly like Nazis coming in and stuff, or?
Nah.
Or was fight monks just whatever?
Just people being stupid. I mean, we had a couple of shows, you know, I guess where the Nazis were there and may have done something stupid, but not really. I mean, honestly, except like maybe 2 notable shows, both in Pennsylvania. Whenever the Nazis did come to our shows or were there, things went off without a hitch, really.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, I'm not saying that they were cool by no means, but they were there. They didn't do anything stupid, and there weren't any fights, except for these 2 notable shows, no doubt.
Right.
But it was later on with whatever, just people acting like tough guys, and you know, I mean, then I'm, you know, up there, you know, shooting my fucking big fat mouth off and encouraging these idiots to hit each other, and that's what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Whether I'm joking or not, you know, there's going to be the one idiot like, oh, okay, boom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. What do you think? I mean, I'm sure there was a lot of crazy shows, but in your mind, what do you think the craziest one was?
Oh, geez. One of the crazies was probably one of the Pennsylvania shows. We were out with Napalm Death. And we played, I don't remember the name of the place. It was above a comedy club. And it was in Allentown or thereabouts.
Mm-hmm.
That show, Nazis were there and all that. And I had to have a sit down with one of the Nazi guys and the head of security, who was a big black guy. And we had to have a talk over how this thing was going to play out. It was ridiculous. So, and the Nazi guy was telling me, he was like saying, listen, it's like, we're here for the show. We just want to see the bands. If something pops off, it's going to be the younger kids trying to fucking impress us. Is what you know. And I was like, okay, well, so you're not going to do that? He's like, no, we're just here to watch the show. We're here to have a good time. You know, we just want to watch the band. Mm-hmm. So I'm watching. We played. Everything goes okay. Napalm Death goes on. So far, so good. All of a sudden, boom, it kicks off. And it kicks off fucking big time. And it's sure enough, it's these younger kids starting shit. And the Nazi guy looked at me, the one I was talking to, he said, I told you. And I was like, yeah, you weren't lying. And it's these younger kids starting shit because it's a big riot where the cops showed up with dogs.
Oh, wow.
To clear the place. It was pretty crazy. All of a sudden, these fucking cops come in with these fucking German shepherds. I was like, whoa, holy shit.
Damn, that's pretty wild. I know there was a show in San Francisco. There's another riot, right? When somebody gets their throat slashed.
Oh, that was Agnostic Front. That was Agnostic Front's first tour.
You guys didn't play that? Okay.
No, I was just out there hanging out. I was just there.
Oh, okay.
I was 17 at the time. I was just out there, me and my buddy Josh, and the AF. That was at the Tool and Die. in Frisco. I was in the Tenderloin area, the really
Okay.
seedy area.
Oh,
And,
yeah. Yeah.
yeah, that was pretty crazy. That was the closest I've ever been to a race ride.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Did you work any? Did you write any songs working the door when you were a door guy? You worked at Coney Island High, right? The door.
Coney Island High, Nyhc, Niagara, Brownies, which later turned into Hi-Fi. I filled in a two-way. I worked a couple of nights at CBGB's. Yeah. Then I worked the Rat up in Boston. I worked a couple of clubs in Kansas City. So, yeah, I have a national what's the word? Experience in babysitting drunk white people.
Yeah.
But as in writing anything, getting anything productive out of it, no. No,
Yeah.
not at all. Do I miss doing it? Oh, hell no.
Do you do anything to prepare for stage? Like when you go out on stage and play a show?
I just like to go be by myself for a minute or whatnot, and just get my head together, make sure that I'm feeling okay, and maybe do a couple of vocal exercises. Nothing crazy, just like warm up a little bit, and just make sure that I'm feeling all right, and then things are gonna go good, and then I go up there and do it.
Yeah, 'cause you got a set of pipes on you. Fuck.
Thank you. I try. I still probably have no idea what the hell I'm doing. I just do what I know works for me, and it's probably completely wrong, but it works. It works.
You can croon.
I try.
Yeah.
I try.
What's fueling you now to keep touring and writing new music?
I'm sorry. What was that?
Like right now, what are you doing to write new music and tour and stuff?
Well, we just finished 5 weeks in Europe, and that was fucking long and taxing. And I haven't done shit like that since I was in my fucking 20s or 30.
Yeah.
Whatever. And it was a long one. And then and whatever, it was what it was. Could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot better. Long story. I don't want to get into it, but it's just then we got this West Coast thing coming up in September into October. 12 dates with Slapshot. That'll be fun. And then I think we got one show in Boston in December. After that, but in between all that and after the West Coast thing, just got to concentrate on trying to write new material. And we got a new bass player, Hank Hell from Inhuman and Silver Tomb.
Oh.
So it was going to be just working on new material and whatnot, and hopefully start recording. And right now, what I'm shooting for is if I could put out like an 8-song mini LP or whatever, you know what I mean? I'll be happy with that. You know what I mean? I'll be happy with that. I don't need to. I mean, if 20 songs pop up out of nowhere, fantastic. But I'm not fucking busting my ass for fucking nothing, because after a while, you're killing yourself, and people just want to get a fucking first record anyway, and it drives you up a fucking wall. So, I write new material, and I put out new records for my own psychosis, for my own psychosis. That's it. For my own needs, really. I mean, if people enjoy them and they like them, that's great. But I do it because I need to feel relevant to me.
Right.
Whether I'm relevant or not to my audience, whoever that may be this week, or the music scene, quote unquote. I don't care. I need to feel that I'm relevant. I'm still doing this for me. I don't want to just go out there and just do the hits, because it gets taxing, it gets tired, it gets boring.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the shit we've done and everything like that, but it feels like, all right, I really don't want to sing the set again. You know what I mean? I'm tired. I need something new, and that's why, like, if we didn't have new songs, I'd be like, all right, let's learn this Blondie song. You know what I mean? I throw in a cover song or something just to break up the monotony.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure. I know you guys covered the Dead Boys and the Smiths too, right?
No. Never did the Smiths. We did The Cure.
The Cure, sorry.
Yeah, Cure, Dead Boys, Plasmatics, Crucial Truth, Blondie. Not all these songs I ever played live. Some of them were, some weren't. We did Thin Lizzy, Motorhead.
Yeah.
And a couple other fucking songs as well. And some were just for compilations over 7 inches. Depeche Mode we just did 2 years, 3 years back, whatever, for that Flexi. A couple years ago. And it's I do it, for fun. So I take a song that I like or I think we can fuck with, sound cool, and we do it. And then it's not. Some might see it as an exercise of futility. I don't. I think it helps the band out. Say, hey, let's try doing this. Let's fuck around. Let's see what we can do with this song. And it doesn't have to sound exactly like the fucking original. And sometimes it's better when it doesn't. And and it's just fun to do. You keep your chops together. You keep your chops going.
Yeah. You like playing covers live, right?
Yeah, I like playing them live. I like recording them and stuff like that. I still have a couple more of my sleeves that I'd like to freaking do, and I'll do them eventually. I mean, why not? It's fun,
Yeah. The Sham 69 covers you did were real good.
Yeah, we did that. That was the benefit for McGee's wife who passed away. Yeah. So, that was fun to do. Yeah, I almost forgot about that shit. Yeah.
You still DJing?
Here and there. I haven't in a while because when I moved, I'm not in the city anymore, or there. I moved about an hour and a half northwest of the city in Orange County, Lower Hudson Valley. So, hour and a half drive. It's not that bad, but I love it up here. It's great. I mean, I'm getting married in October. Yeah, thank you. So. She already had the house up here, so I came up. We've known each other for years. I was a good friend of her late husband, and we always kept in contact after he passed. If she needed any help or needed anything like that, just check on her, she was okay. And things happen.
Yeah.
So we've been together now for over 3 years, and getting married in October. So I got a great house up here. I got like an acre of land. I got a huge yard. We get the door. I love it. I love it up here. Nice. I can't go back to the city and live in a box after this. What are you kidding me? Fucking way.
Yeah.
My office right now where I am, I call it my office. It's where I keep all my records and my books and my toys and all that shit. It's bigger than my last apartment.
Yeah. I know. That was too a while ago. Yeah. What do you like to spend besides Soul and Motown?
It really depends. I mean, most of the shit is just like the 60s and 70s northern and crossover soul stuff. But I mean, I like spinning some old punk shit, some old punk and skinhead shit, like 80s stuff and whatnot. I usually just bring my 7 inches because they're due. So I mean, they weigh a ton, but they weigh less than LPs. So yeah, like punk shit, old skinhead shit, whatever. Some 80s stuff, new wavy type shit or whatever, like good stuff though, whatever. That stuff, I wanna see a girl shake her ass when I'm DJing. You know what I mean? I don't need to see Joey in the corner all pissed off at the world.
Yeah.
Get all angry and drunk. I want to see his girlfriend shaking her ass.
I hear that. What favorite movies?
Favorite movies? Oh Jesus, that's a hard one. There's so many. Shit.
Top 3.
Top 3. Oh God, wow, that's hard. As I'm looking at a bunch of DVDs right now. Cool Hand Luke.
Yeah.
Cool Hand Luke. with Henry Fonda. Paul Newman, God, Henry Fonda. Oh my God. Yeah, Cool Hand Luke's one of them, definitely. Shit. I mean, I could say a Clockwork Orange only because I've seen it about freaking 90 fucking times, but, you know, is it a favorite? I don't know. I mean, just because I whenever it's fun, I watch it.
Yeah.
Just Adam, off the top, I liked, what do you call it, that came out a couple of years ago with, what's his name in it? Yeah, that's going to help. What's his name? There Will Be Blood?
Oh.
Was that the name of the movie?
There Will Be Blood, yeah. I think I heard of it.
Yeah. With the guy who was Bill the Butcher in Gangs of New York.
Cool. Oh, okay. There you
So
go.
that was a really good movie for a newer one, even though it's not new. One of my favorite horror movies of all time is The Devil's Reign with Ernest Borgnine.
Oh, okay.
Come on, it's Ernest Borgnine. You're not fucking like Ernest Borgnine. You know? Shit like that. The French Connection.
Yeah.
12 Angry Men. Shit like that. A lot of like old black and white films. I love like 12 Angry Men. Kill a Mockingbird. What's the other one with it? Inherit the Wind. That's a great fucking movie.
Film noir stuff, right?
Yeah. I like all that shit. All that shit is really fucking good. You know, and like Old West, of course, Good, the Bad, the Ugly. Come on, you know.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. What about you still collect Russian tortoises?
I just have the two.
Okay.
I just have the two. Now I would love to get a more. There's a guy I watch him on YouTube and on Instagram. Garden State Tortoise. He's in Jersey. And he's got his house, him and his wife, and they got like 2 kids, and they got goats and dogs and all this. But they take care of, they do turtle husbandry and whatever for tortoises and turtles, and keep the species going at certain ones. And they have like all these pens set up. I would love to visit that place because it just looks so fucking cool. And, and I just got the two Russians. I got Fozzie and Nader. Because they were called Russians because they're actually from like Afghanistan or Pakistan, and they lived in the mountains. But they got called Russian tortoises because the Russian soldiers, when they were over there, were bringing them home to their kids.
Oh, okay.
So that's why we would call them Russian tortoises, but they're not from Russia.
Yeah.
So I named them Fozzie and Nader after these 2 Pakistani guys that I worked at the bar with in the city at Hi-Fi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and their names are Fozzie and Nader. So I was like, "Oh, you guys are from that area," so I named them Fozzie and Nader.
Yeah. And you're actually Polish, right?
Polish, Italian, Spanish, New York mutt.
Oh yeah, because I'm Polish. Jersey Polish.
Yeah, my father grew up in the South Bronx. He was the Polak. And my mother grew up Hoyt Skemmerhorn, and her father was Spain Spanish, but his family lived in Puerto Rico, and they hated Puerto Ricans. Yeah, but Spanish and Italian. Her mother was Italian.
Oh, okay. So. Yeah. There's not Polish out here, a couple places, but
yeah, sure.
Those pierogies.
No, I love the fucking food. I mean, shit, forget about it. Bigos. I got to do that again. I did it a couple of years ago during the winter. I made a big pot of Bigos, cooked it overnight, like 24 hours. Oh my God, it was so fucking good.
Yeah. You don't have any tortoise tattoos yet, huh?
Not yet, nah. Especially these guys, they're bastards. All they want to do is bite me.
Are you not still getting tattooed? Are you?
Who? Am I still getting tattooed? Yeah.
Still get them? Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm still getting them. I still have plenty of room. I got my buddy Tony up here at Skin City Tattoo. I go visit him. We freaking have a couple of cocktails, a couple of sorts, and, we get to work.
Yeah, because I got to say, you're probably one of the first early, people covered in tattoos from the scene back in the day.
I had a lot. I got more now. I'm getting even more. Like I'm filling up my arms more, and I still have plenty of room. I got my sides and my stomach. I like to fill in my back. So I just have the five pieces there. I'd like to fill them in eventually. I still have a lot of room on my legs.
Did you get a lot of like early skinhead tattoos, like back in?
Yeah, of course.
What year did you start getting tattooed? 80?
I was 17. So that had to be January. It was winter time. So I think it was either January or February of 85.
85. Okay. Wow.
When I got my first tattoo. And Mikey Tattoos at his old shop, but it was a tiny little place. Mikey Perfetto. It was a tiny little place, and winter, you open the fucking door. The breeze will come in. You shut the door, you're freezing.
And after this, I see your terror tattoo on my head.
Ah, Jesus. What's wrong with you?
Why? My head's already filled in a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I got it. I still have plenty of room. I went over a couple of pieces. Just did like blast overs.
What do you think? You've been tattooed for a long time. What do you think these kids doing it in like a month? They get a whole body.
You know what? It's like either they're doing like that and they get the Insta sleeves and they're done, and it's like, okay, whatever. Like that's why I took my time, because I plan on being around for a while. You know what I mean? And I got nothing to prove, and I'm gonna get shit when I want it, and it's gonna mean something to me. And maybe it may even be totally fucking ridiculous, but it's still gonna mean something to me.
Right.
And rather than I gotta go out and I gotta get filled up, and then like you got these. Me and my buddy Tony were talking about this the other day. He was over at the house, like my tattoo artist there.
Mm-hmm.
Which even there might be the kids who just get all filled up. It's the people who were already covered up, and now they're getting the black sleeve.
Yeah.
I hate that. It's just all black. It's like, really? It's like, how bad could it have been? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How bad could it have been? It's like, you cover it up with something else. So do a blast over. That's what I do. I've done those things. They look fine. It just looks like they have more tattoos. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The whole black thing. I just think it's uglier than shit.
What happened to Joe Coffey?
They just stopped. Those guys. I mean, I love those guys. I love the shit that we did. I love the songs that we wrote and the two records we did, but they weren't serious enough. I mean, they're not lifers.
Yeah.
And it was like, I had to yell at them all the time to get them to do stuff.
Yeah.
And I got tired of that. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I'm the captain of the ship here, and I'll tell you what to do. We're doing this, but you got to take some initiative, and you guys got to work. You got to at least show me that you want to do this.
Yeah.
And they weren't doing nothing. And it sucks. I mean, I would love to do another fucking record with them, but I told the guitarist Ray almost 3 years ago, hey, write 2 songs. We'll put out a single. Okay. I haven't heard back from him since.
Mm.
And it's like, really?
Yeah.
And it's just, it sucks. It sucks.
Yeah. It was good. It was a good band.
No, I enjoyed it. I really did. I enjoyed that band a lot, and I think we could have done a lot more stuff if they would have just, pushed themselves a little more rather than me having to yell at them.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I do this, I do this, not that I have this big fucking love affair with hardcore people, the hardcore scene or anything. That ain't why I do this. I do this because I fucking have to.
Yeah.
This is therapy for me. This keeps me out of jail. It keeps me from killing myself. It keeps me from going into the crazy house.
Yeah.
That's what this shit does. That's why I do this, And yeah, do I enjoy it? Do I love it? Sometimes, yes, I do. I'm not gonna say I don't ever. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I love nothing more than being on that stage and doing this music and doing these songs. But most of the time, I'm doing it because I fucking have to. Because if I don't, I'm gonna go nuts.
Yep. I feel that. That's why I do this thing.
You know?
Yeah. Yep. So that that line you wrote, I don't care about your skinhead pride.
Yeah.
What was that? What was that directed towards?
That was for all the war zone guys and shit like that. When they were all like, for a minute there, everybody was like this big patriot and like this skinhead, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what the hell are you guys? You know what I mean? Some of those guys were around, some of those guys were around for a while. Don't get me wrong, but some of them are these New Jack fucking kids and flipping me attitude. And I was like, fuck you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, hey, you can suck nuts. How about that?
Yeah. And Fred Perry or Ben Sherman?
Ben Sherman only because I found out that they have what do they call it, the Grand Fit or something like that. They have bigger sizes finally.
Oh, okay.
They have, because I found out when I was over in London a couple of years back, and I trying to find a knits or a fucking nice shirt, so that fits. And I went to that skinhead shop, whatever it was called, in Camden Town. I went there, they had nothing that fit. Nothing. I was like, fuck it. It's like, come on, there's plenty of fat people over here. I see them. So then I went right across the road there to the Mod Father. And it's all like, like just nicer stuff, you know what I mean? Like all my mod stuff and everything like that. And I'm looking at these these Brutus short sleeves. And I'm looking, and I'm like, I was like, why don't I make anything bigger? Like, so for bigger guys, because they're all big guys that wear this shit. And the guy's like, well, you don't know about the Great Fit? And I'm like, the Great Fit? He's like, yeah. And he shows me, and it's called Brutus, the Great Fit. And they're bigger sizes, and they fit. I put them on, I was like, oh! And I bought like 3 of them.
Oh, wow.
And now I heard, now Ben Sherman, they have, it's called like the Grand Fit or something. It's something, and then it's bigger sizes, which finally they did because I used to be, what do you call it, on Facebook, the Ben Sherman page. Okay. They finally they threw me off. They blocked me because they would post all these pictures of these fucking fake little, indie bands wearing shit. And I'm like, what are you gonna? And I would like, put this down like, when are you gonna start making clothes for men again? And stuff like that. And then I was like, I want to take this. I want to pick. I was like, if I was there, I would pick up this whole band and throw them in a mud puddle. And I would just like say shit like that. And they blocked me. And I like some of the Fred stuff. Don't get me wrong, but they don't go past 2X. They used to do 3X, but they stopped. Yeah. But they don't go past 2X. And what I found weird is you get the bootleg Fred Perrys, and they'll be 3, sometimes even 4X, and they're all from like Indonesia, and there's some skinny ass people in Indonesia. It's weird.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's good to know.
Yeah, to make the bigger stuff. I found this other company, Sky and Soul. Okay. They make some really nice knits in like 3 and 4X that fit nicely. Oh. Okay. They're not all tight, and you lift your arms up, and your gut is hanging out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm 6'3", 215, so I need like a bigger fit.
Yeah, look, Sky and Soul. That's this one clothing company, and they make bigger sizes. Trojans were making some okay stuff. It depends on what you get. Mm-hmm. And what do you call it? And what do you call it? Brutus, yeah, the Great Fit. Those are the biggest sizes.
Right on. And what does skinhead mean to you?
Honestly, it's well, Honestly, you're a troublemaker.
Yeah.
You're a troublemaker. You stand your ground. You do your bit. And you're not afraid to tell somebody to go fuck themselves. And you got to throw hands. You throw hands.
Yeah.
I mean, there's, it means. So what it means to me does not. I mean, it has to mean the same thing to everybody else. It's whatever you get out of it. Really, I had this conversation with Roy from Last Resort when I met him finally in France, and I was like, you know what? When you put out that fucking record, A Way of Life, did you realize you were starting some shit with the whole way of life bullshit? He's like, if I only fucking knew back then, I would have never put gold the rest of that record.
That's true.
I was like, because some people, they take it way too fucking serious, and it's like, I like the look, I like the music, I like hanging out with some of my friends and shit. I got some good memories. I think some of the girls, when they fucking do it right, I mean, girl with a fucking feather cut, the fucking fishnets, and a fucking plaid skirt. Come on, that's fucking hot.
Yep.
That's why I will always love skinhead and punk rock girls. They put effort into their look.
Yeah, that's true.
They put effort. The skinhead girls with their thing, and man, I fucking miss when New York was crawling with Susie Sue lookalikes.
Yeah. Yeah.
The fucking early 80s, they were all over the place. Oh, God, with their chunky sweaters and their monkey boots. Oh, man, they hated me. They didn't want nothing to do with me, but God, I loved them.
Well, you got any last words, Paul?
Just everybody, do your big, big times get tough, and sometimes they're going to get tougher, but do what you got to fucking do in life, and just don't be an asshole about it. You ain't got to love everybody. You ain't got to agree with everybody. You ain't got to hold everybody's fucking hand. But you ain't got to be a dick either.
Yeah, that's good. Well, thanks for your time, Paul.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Mo.
All right. Bye-bye.
Take care.